excited to be with you here today. At the end of our last Thursday musings, I spoke of the topic free choice. And after I said that, I thought, are you crazy? That is the best way to lose people. That's not a subject, especially with what you would like to say, Rosalind, that's going to grow your followers. But I'm not actually, that's what I hear in business from people. But what I'm interested in is truth. I'm interested in living from truth and sharing it as best as I can. So I'm going to tell you a story about two different children. They live from different messages that they were taught from their parents and their community. And then in the end, I'm going to ask you which way do you want to live? The way one person lives or the other? So let's see if I can do this, because it's not scripted like I've been told to do. I've been told to script these and write it all out, and people will understand it and will be really snappy and organized. And you know what? That's not me. That wouldn't be any fun. It would be like writing another document, which doesn't turn me on. So I'm here to be with you. I would like to converse with you, and write me back if you have thoughts and feelings, because I do feel like we're conversing, we're having a dialogue. So one little girl was born into a family, and she was taught that everything she did was a choice. You have free choice, she was told, so choose well. And she tried so hard, and she was a great kid. She achieved so much. She was able to do almost everything she tried to do, because she came into this world beautiful. She was athletic. She was a nice person. She didn't seem to have a lot of anger. I think that's what nice people are called when someone's not in your face with aggression. We call them nice. They're charming, maybe. Who knows? But you get the picture, right? She had a lot on the ball, and she had lovely parents. And her parents said, you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. It's your intention that makes all the difference. So she went around worrying about her intention. Was it good enough? She went around second guessing whether she tried hard enough, because her parents said, always do your best. Did you do your best? If you didn't do your best, then it's on you. But if you did your best, you get a pass. Well, she wanted one of those passes, and she never got the pass. She tried harder. She tried to do better, be more. And some people would say she did more. But inside there was a nagging of, couldn't you have done more? And did you put out your best? And did you intend to win more, or succeed more, get higher grades, do that extra credit, be nicer to the next kid, be kinder at school? It sounded good. Look at your intentions. Be willing to love. Did you love enough? That's what went on in her head. The second little girl was from a very unusual family. She was told, it will feel like there are choices. You'll be given meatballs or the choice of fish, strawberry ice cream or chocolate. In the world that we play in, meaning participate, the outer world, she was told, you may seem to have choices. You can drive your car right or left when you get older. But underneath, you're really just the rain or the snow or the sun that can seem like it's choosing to shine over here, or the rain that's either harder or softer. And so if you were the rain and had a mind like we have, you might say, look at me, I'm raining. But these parents said, everything is determined by the oneness. The oneness actually doesn't care whether you have strawberry or chocolate ice cream or fish or meatballs and spaghetti. But the movements in the world, like life and death, whether you go to that school, whether you turn right or left. And this may be different from some people's information on a path. I've heard things like, you did so much forgiveness that you didn't have to be in that accident. This is the opposite of that. So if that turns you off, then you were supposed to be turned off. So this person grew up with the idea that everything is God, if you call it God, everything is the universe, if you call it that, everything is life. It has an energy, it has a movement, and actually we're not even separate from that. We are that. We just happen to have a form of a body and a mind that created a story that we're separate. And we didn't get it just from ourselves. Our parents told us, and all the other people believe it. So we're in a collective hypnosis, if you will. That's what this little girl was told. So what's her inner experience? Does she do her best? It seems like she does. She's enthusiastic. She's full of life and zest. She doesn't second guess, though. What's done is done. She knows she's not the decider or the mover. If she questions, let's say she does something at school and it hurts she says something or does something that hurts another child's feelings, she might question, what did I do that hurt this person's feelings? Maybe I shouldn't have. And then you know what her next thought would be? Oh, that was supposed to be said because it came through me. I'm not the decider. So you have to, if you want to examine or try on this way of thinking, what needs to go is this idea that everything is for the good. Everything is. Take off the good, because if you have good, you have to have bad. And you're stuck then in the polarities going back and forth between the good and the bad. But the isness is just life. life happening. And it's going to sometimes look good and sometimes not so good to the mind. But the mind changes thoughts. The mind is the processor of feelings, the interpreter of feelings, sensations. Oh, if I sit like this, that probably contributes to my back hurting. Maybe I should sit up and then my back won't hurt. So the mind can be useful. It can say, take a sweater. But most of the time, I don't know if it's most of the time, I don't actually know what percentage is our neutral thoughts, but we sure do know the difference when a thought is neutral, like take a sweater, it's cold out, or you shouldn't have done that, that was mean, why'd you do that, you know better, you had a lesson on that before, you said you were going to be a kinder person. I mean, do you see? So I'm offering you something that will feel maybe isolating because the rest of the world mostly believes in free choice. It feels like that. I understand. When you dream at night, do you think you're in charge of those dreams? Or do they happen? We can accept that about nighttime, but it's really hard for us to accept that about daytime, that there's a movement and we play things out, and it can be very enjoyable. We're not zombies. I'm a Roslyn, you're a what your name is. And we come together like the flowers and the trees and the grass, and we're all symbiotic in this world. We all need each other to make up the world. But it's just about how we interpret. From my point of view, one way hurts, and that's the free choice. And the other is more surrendered. But it's not about two. Non-duality means there's only the one. There's only the life force. Two means I, me, the separate me, surrenders to something greater. If that's where you are, go for the less of the me and more of the letting go, and we'll be meeting at the same place of that isness, because you'll be free of that belief in your controlling everything. And we can enjoy together that feeling of okayness, where, and that's not a popular word, but for me, it means no, not lacking anything, and contentment. And how can you be content? Not by judging it and saying, oh, this is good. You can be content by being with what is. The isness brings contentment and also the not knowing. And that for me is freedom. Thank you for being with me today. Bye-bye for now.